Now you know that I'm doing my PhD, and because of that I don't stay at my home. I stay quite away. Whenever I go back home for anything, for any occasion or for any holiday, I always listen to certain podcasts, and they are podcasts of top-notch value. And I thought, why not share it with you? So here I am to share with you 5 podcasts that I love, that I enjoy listening to, and these have good sound quality. For a podcast to be good, it has to have good sound quality. Otherwise, it just tends to put you off. If it's a YouTube video, poor audio quality can sometimes be adjusted. But if it is a podcast, then there cannot be any compromises on sound quality. So the first one is the top podcast show of India. You want to learn anything and you want to listen to anything from the topic of history, well-being, spirituality, Aghori Tantra or Tantric ways of living. You just want to listen to anything, you can tune in to this podcast. I just enjoy his podcast, the way he speaks, the way he provokes the person who is being interviewed to answer tough questions. That is something that I really enjoy. They have a Hindi version also, but I am a big fan of the English podcast. The way he speaks Hindi doesn't appeal to me. So English is the best. It is the best. If out of all these podcasts that I'm going to say next, you want to listen to one, you have never listened to any podcast and you just want to start with one, go for this one. He has done so many episodes on different topics: mental health, different monuments, politics, geopolitical history, well-being, yoga, spirituality, meditation, his own personal podcast where he's the one who speaks alone. There is just so much content that even if you binge it daily, you won't be able to finish it. That is my guarantee. If you are into wellness like me, who love to learn about traditional practices of well-being, especially of physical self, of Ayurveda, of different other remedies relating to particular syndrome or just in general wellness, then I would suggest Holistic Healing by Vasudha. She has been a columnist for several magazines, wellness magazines. She has her own book. She is a great orator and I absolutely love her podcast. If you are thinking of starting a business or you just have remotely one idea of whether you will be starting something or you want to start something, you don't like this job, but where to start, what to do, then I would highly recommend you to start listening to Figuring Out by Raj Shamani. And he is a great interviewer. I've been listening to his podcasts these days. Earlier I was not into this, but these days I've started listening, especially when he was the first one to call the Shark Tank India guests on his platform. Podcast that I love the most has to be by Ashnir Grover, and no doubtedly he has put it as the channel trailer. I'm sure it must have garnered a lot of views. It was a fantastic episode and it has opened up different nuances of entrepreneurship, of different things. Also recently I've seen he's kind of experimenting with different topics as well. So I recently enjoyed the conversation thoroughly with a divorce lawyer. Whenever we think of divorce lawyers, the first image to come to your mind is something negative. I'm into wellness heavily, so the next 2 things are also related to wellness but from different perspective. The everyday wellness gears towards different topics related to health which we think are not related to health. Second is the doctor's pharmacy. If you want to know the effects of sugar, gluten, dairy and how these things cause inflammation in your body, and also if you want it from a scientific perspective, at the same time you want to understand what is going on with your body, the different aspects of hormones, the different aspects of medicines. So these are the top 5 podcasts that I recommend, that I love. So like if you are going for a long drive or anything, Listening to music is one idea, listening to podcast is another great idea. So you can sometimes start listening to podcast, see if it makes a difference. If not, then you can go back to your normal routine. Till the next time.